What's going on, guys? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEntGaming, and welcome back to another episode of this week's Fan Mail of the Week. We are nearing the end of May, thank God, because the summer is literally here. It's time to hit the beach. It's time to have a bunch of barbecue parties. It's time to go out, have some fun, have some road trips, live life. Enjoy it and cherish it while you can before school starts in August/September, because I know a lot of you guys are praising to finally be over and done with college. Some of you guys are still finishing up your semesters in high school and whatnot. For me, I cannot wait to hit the beaches once again. I am waiting for it to hit like 1,000 degrees so I can just go out there and roast myself to death. But welcome back, everybody, to another episode. Before I begin, I just want to say, if you guys haven't checked out UnrealEnt Network, you guys might want to go on ahead and do so. So many Dragon Ball Z battles on there, discussion videos, Dying Light, Resident Evil, Zombies, Call of Duty, and a hell of a lot more. And it's been a very interesting day. I'll just leave it at that. So many things coming up, so much to do, such little time. I'm doing this actually early in the morning today, so I have a lot to cover. And let's not waste any time, and let's begin fan mail today with a brand new question from a person that I haven't literally gotten fan mail in over, I think it's like a year or so now. But either way, on to the first question, and it is from...
What is going on, Alex? I'm finally back with some more fan mail of the week question. Sorry about that. But it's been a while, yeah. So let's just get the question started. Don't want to waste time. So question 1: how's your day? Mine's been pretty good. Yeah. Question 2: I was wondering what you think's gonna happen after the revival of F movie. Like, what do you think is gonna, who Goku and Vegeta have to fight? Like, new gods? Do you think Gohan's gonna get Super Saiyan God transformation? Gotenks? What do you think's gonna happen? Question number 3. If you could make a sequel to any movie that never did get a sequel, what would it be? Question number 4. If the world did come to an end, how do you think it would come to an end? Like war, like a catastrophic explosion from meteor or something like that. Aliens, never know. But just what do you think's gonna happen? I guess that's it for now, Alex. So take care, man, and I'm still cheering you on. Still a big fan of yours, and keep up the good work, man. Peace for the squids.
Jesus Christ, Andy, you had like that freaking 1975 Ron Jeremy mustache going on there. Looks like you're about to enter like a porno scene. We're gonna call this Assassin's Creed meets porno. Assassin's porno. Can you imagine that? Anyways, man, thank you for the questions once again. To answer your first question, how's my day? Well, you're one of the very, very few people that asks me about how my day is going, and I really appreciate that. My day just started. I just came on here to start doing some fan mail. There was a hell of a lot more fan mail, way more than usual, and it's very hard to get to everybody, so that becomes very, very stressful, having to go out and pick questions literally from like thousands of people. And I really wish, man, I really wish I was a robot and I was like some sort of like a freaking cyborg, because I would be on here answering your questions like crazy, non-stop. But unfortunately, I'm only human, so I only have time to do so much. But my day is going all right. I mean, aside from training and whatnot, it's just my body is killing me. But aside from that, my day is going very well. I just can't wait to go back outside and just enjoy the weather while we all still have beautiful weather in an essence, because winter's going to be here before you guys know it. Time is just going so fast. I actually thought about that as I woke up today. I was like, what the hell? I felt like I slept like 5 minutes. Like, it felt like an eternity in a sense. But I mean, either way, my day is starting off very good. Now, to answer your second question, what do I think is going to happen after Revival of F? Well, that actually lingers. Anything can happen, literally, and I really mean anything can happen. We could possibly have a Goku versus Vegeta movie where they finally fight, because we saw them fight in a Revival of F. We saw when Vegeta stepped in, when Goku was fighting Frieza in the sky. Vegeta came in and punched him right in the face, and he was telling Goku how he was pretty much slowing the fight down and he didn't want to take Frieza serious and whatever. And Goku's like, well, I'm just testing myself, I'm warming myself up. And then you clearly see Vegeta beating the piss out of Goku, which was very awesome in a way, because it was like, wow, like Vegeta literally just cut in during that fight just to punch Goku in the face. Like that is really epic, like when was the last time Vegeta ever, stopped a fight just to punch Goku in the face, and beat the crap out of him for not doing his job and duties correctly, So after Revival of F, I don't know, like we could have a Goku versus Vegeta movie. We could have a Vegeta versus Beerus movie, because it was stated that Beerus was the one that ordered the destruction of planet Vegeta. So that's very interesting, because in Revival of F, he did mention how he didn't want to blow his cover in the fact that, he didn't want nobody else to find out, especially Vegeta. He didn't want Vegeta to find out that Beerus was the one that ordered that planet's destruction. All he wanted to do was just, hang out around and just eat some food or whatever while watching the fight. So for me personally, I don't know, like this could go in one of like dozens of ways. New gods, perhaps new characters going to alternative dimensions and whatnot. Perhaps maybe they're gonna throw in some old characters back in the third movie. Perhaps maybe include some old villains. I don't know. I mean, even though Frieza is already considered an old villain, I really doubt they're ever going to bring anybody else back, like Cooler or Bojack, even though they're not canon. Even people that are canon, like Cell or Kid Buu or stuff like that, as much as people want to see them, I think Akira Toriyama is finished with trying to bring old characters back in, with Revival of F, with Battle of Gods. There's so much potential left within the series that I firmly believe that, yes, I think Gohan will have a prominent role. Somehow, some way, he'll be incorporated. I think Vegeta and Goku, as of this point, have become the main vocal points, and without them, the movies wouldn't serve a purpose at all. So, for me personally, if there is going to be a third film, I could definitely see the film's like pretty much focusing on the legendary Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, and probably with the utilization of them either having to fight Beerus or possibly testing their strength against Whis. To answer your third question, this is a very good question, man. If I could make a sequel to any movie that never got a sequel, which movie would I do? There are actually several. My first movie would be Dawn of the Dead, 2004, the remake. If you guys remember that remake, it was just absolutely awesome. For me, it's definitely my favorite zombie movie of all time, because it told a very unique story. The zombies were really fast and dangerous, and that's what I feel like zombie movies should be about, like danger, like survival instincts, like stuff like that. So I would definitely do Dawn of the Dead, because I want to know what happens on that little island when they arrive, because clearly we saw Kenneth with the shotgun, we saw everybody, pretty much get off the boat and circle the island, and then out of nowhere, like, you see the camera drop and you see, like, a giant horde of zombies just bum rushing towards, our beloved survivors, and we didn't know what happened afterwards because all we heard was shots go off and whatnot. But I mean, for me, whether or not they all died on the island or not, I would still continue the series with them and just, tell another story of, what happened. Perhaps maybe continue with my own version of Day of the Dead featuring that same cast and that same story. We never really got an understanding of where the virus came from, what it did, how exactly was it infected, where did it start, where was, ground zero and stuff like that. So Dawn of the Dead would be one. Another movie I would say would be Freddy vs. Jason 2. I would definitely do a sequel to the first Freddy vs. Jason and make a sequel called Freddy vs. Jason 2, because at the very end of Freddy vs. Jason, we saw Freddy Krueger, get lifted up off the water with Jason holding his head, and we saw Freddy look at the camera and wink while he was beheaded, so Jason was walking around, all scarred up, bloodied up, no eyes, no fingers, and he's holding Freddy's head, and then Freddy's head is just dangling there, and then the next thing you know, like, he looks at the camera and he smiles and winks, and then all you hear is him laugh in the background. So perhaps maybe Freddy Krueger one, perhaps Jason Voorhees one. Either way, I think it'll make for a very, very interesting movie to see what happens next. Perhaps maybe incorporate some, references from Evil Dead, have Ash be the main hero trying to stop them and place them back into the Book of the Dead, or perhaps even have Michael Myers incorporated, or even Pinhead. Pinhead would be good because he is, Hell's gatekeeper, and he's like the Reaper of Souls and stuff like that. So that would be another film. Another sequel would probably be, obviously, Revival of F. I would definitely want to, have another film after that, and then another film after that one, and so on and so forth. So as of right now, those would be the three. And if I had to choose one more, I would say I would go with the movie It, with Pennywise the clown, because that clown was absolutely terrifying. I would love to see what he would do next to other children. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same old kids. Remember, he is eternal. He pretty much lingers and wanders around forever, so that would be very interesting in my opinion. And to answer your final question, how do I think the world will end? I think the world will end one day in a massive battle and a massive war. Whether it's World War III, whether it's like the Rapture or whatever the hell may happen, I firmly believe that we are approaching some really deadly times. And what I mean by that is the fact that nations all across the world are growing impatient. We're developing viruses and weapons that are just monstrosities. They could literally wipe out an entire populace. So I think that if the world were to end, and I really hope not, I think it'll either end due to a catastrophic fight. I'm talking about like all-out battle, nuclear war, bioterrorism, soldiers all around the world, military just being deployed everywhere, like innocent people paying the price of something they didn't really do. But there's many different variables as well. I mean, if the asteroid Apophis hits in 2029, I think we're all gonna freaking die because that asteroid's huge. Then again, if it misses, if it misses, it's gonna circle back the Earth 7 years later and make a direct impact. So either way, I mean, the asteroid Apophis is something to look after. If you guys don't know what it is, go type it in or look at Neil deGrasse's what is it called, Apophis theories. He was pretty much explaining the asteroid Apophis and what it does and how big it is and whatnot. So I don't know, man. Like I would have to say those would be it for now. I can't see the world being coming to an end due to an overpopulation of gophers or something like that, like an invasion of squirrels. But either way, man, like I think that's what's gonna happen in my opinion. But anyways, Andy, thank you for the questions, my friend, and I hope you have a very, very awesome day, bro. So now moving on to the next question, which is from Soren. Hey Alex, how's it going? Haha, just kidding. What? You can't hear me? Stop listening. Okay, with all seriousness, here are my questions. All right, bro. Question number 1. How do you think the fight with Beerus would have turned out if Goku would have used Godly Kaioken? Question number 2. Do you think the possibility of Gohan actually permanently dying in a new DBZ film is out there? Question number 3. If I were to sacrifice 5.5 virgins, train to go Super Saiyan, and wear Iron Man's Hulkbuster suit, do you think I'd finally be able to step on a Lego without feeling the unholy pain? Wow. Wow. That was a very thought out and unique question. Well, to answer your first question, how do I think the fight would have turned out if Goku used Godly Kaioken? I don't think the fight would have changed at all. Goku would have been able to hit Beerus here and there, and that would have been it. That would have been it. I mean, what could Goku possibly do? Like, even especially during that time when he was able to go regular Super Saiyan God, he didn't possess the ability to put a dent in Beerus. Beerus was still there. Beerus didn't have any scratches. Beerus wasn't bleeding. Beerus didn't have any damage on him. He was just there the whole time. So for me, if Goku used Godly Kaioken, while in space and while in that false Super Saiyan God form, I really don't think it would have done anything. Yeah, it would have caused Beerus to fall back a little bit, but aside from that, Beerus would have wrecked him. I mean, Beerus wasn't even trying. Beerus specifically told Goku, I wasn't even trying. I was using only 70% of my power. Where's the other 30? You know what I'm saying? Like, that actually holds a lot of weight to what he's saying. That just means that, Beerus ultimately would have destroyed Goku if it were not for him holding back. So if Beerus wasn't holding back, he would have smashed Goku either way, whether or not he was in Godly Kaioken mode or not. It would have been very interesting to see, because there would have been a hell of a lot of red going on, and Kaioken takes a lot out of the body, so I would love to see how Goku would fare up with that. But I don't know, man. Either way, I don't think it would have made that much of a difference. To answer your second question, do I see Gohan actually dying and staying dead in another film? No. They will never kill Gohan off and keep him dead. What would be the point of killing off Gohan and keeping him dead? It definitely would not benefit anyone. It wouldn't benefit the show. It wouldn't benefit the story. He's one of Earth's most mightiest protectors. when Goku and Vegeta aren't around, he is the guy that protects that planet, you know. And granted, he like even though he's been heavily nerfed in Revival of F, in Battle of Gods, he still holds that power. You know what I'm saying? Like he still holds that ability to step up to virtually anyone and put them down for the count. So I mean, would I love to see Gohan get killed in another film? Probably not, because we saw Gohan die by Frieza's hands. You know, like Frieza killed Gohan very, very briefly. So what does that say about Frieza? You know, like he killed Gohan off literally with like just a few moves, and Piccolo was able to revive him. So technically he died. I don't know, man, but in a way I don't see it. Gohan is a very, very protective an important asset to the show. So if you kill Gohan off, you're pretty much shitting on all the fans, because where do you go from there? Like, how does that progress the story? I mean, who exactly would even conjure up the energy to kill him, and why? He's such a humble kid. And to answer your final question, I don't think anything would suit you up to battle a piece of Lego on the floor. And yes, there is a lot of unholy pain. I remember when I was a kid, I used to step on a lot of Legos, and it fucks you up. I remember one time I got so pissed that I broke all the stuff that I was making just because, you know, I felt disrespected by this like little fucking tiny Lego piece. So for me personally, I don't think doing all that would even get you remotely close to where you want to be, especially with like the Legos. It's just like the Legos, once you step on it, it's just done. I don't care what kind of suit you're wearing. I don't care how many virgins you sacrificed. I really don't care what level of Super Saiyan you are. You step on a Lego and you're virtually finished, bro. So anyways, my friend, I thank you for the questions once again, and I hope to see you in another episode of Fan Mail of the Week. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Rex28. Hey Alex, how's it going? It's going pretty good so far, my friend. I got a cold. Oh my god, that is the worst. I could send you fan mail, so here we go. Question number 1. What do you think of Goku's new form? Question number 2. What hybrid dinosaur would you make? Question number 3. Will you get Dragon Ball Xenoverse on your PC? If you do, there are mods of characters that you can get. Question number 4. Are you going to see Unfriended? That is it for today. Hope you have a good day. All hail Godzilla! Well, Godzilla is one of the infamous characters, the king of all monsters. So, but anyways, Rex, thank you for the questions, man. To answer your first question, guys, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Okay, so what do I think of Goku and Vegeta's new Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan forms? Personally, to me, I just think like they murdered the whole idea of there being a Super Saiyan God. And what I mean by that is the fact that, I mean, going back to how they originally, well, at least how Goku originally looked like in Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, when he had that red hair, red aura and whatnot, why couldn't they have just allowed Vegeta to do that first and then go on to the next step and become, you know, a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan? But instead, they allowed him to skip that. Anybody else find that like a little ironic, because they did the exact same thing with Super Saiyan 3 and whatnot? Like it just doesn't make any sense. Why are you making Vegeta skip all of these levels? I know some people might argue and say, oh well, you know, it doesn't really count or whatever. I mean, even Dragon Ball GT, right? He went from a Super Saiyan 2 to a Super Saiyan 4. Why couldn't he achieve Super Saiyan 3? Same thing in Dragon Ball Z. His max was a Super Saiyan 2, so how come he wasn't able to go from a Super Saiyan 2 to a Super Saiyan 3, to a Super Saiyan God, to a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan? You know what I'm saying? Like, Vegeta's skipping all these levels. But, I mean, needless to say, my overall generalization is this. I like the form. It looks pretty cool. It's not really all that to be, you know, eye dropping over. But I mean, to me, it just, I feel as if Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan could have looked a lot better if it had like a new overall design. Wild hair, big muscles. Like you think of a god. Obviously different deities have different designs and whatnot. So for a Super Saiyan, you would imagine like this really enriched character that has, like, you know, some really badass looking traits about him. Badass clothing, badass hair, badass muscles and stuff like that. Perhaps maybe a different eye design. Perhaps maybe like the little white parts around his eye are black and like his actual pupils are yellow or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep it different for once. But I mean, I just find the form to be a little weird to me. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, Battle of Gods introduced Super Saiyan God, right? They didn't really get into much detail on if it was the actual God power, or if it was a transformation, or if it was a power-up or an ability. They didn't really sink into that, but instead they gave us the form, and then they had Revival of F, and they gave us, you know, the blue Super Saiyan version, and I'm like, okay, it's not like I'm bashing it or nothing, but either way, I just feel as if Akira Toriyama isn't really trying anymore. I mean, he's not trying to create anything different. We've all been asking for something different for quite a while, and all we've been getting was the exact same thing, except that, you know, different color schemes. Well, somebody's texting me, what the fuck. He looks just like a Super Saiyan except with blue hair. It's like, why? You know, like, couldn't they have gone down a different route? But I mean, I think it looks pretty cool to have blue eyes, that blue majestic feel, that blue aura. Like, he looks pretty cool. So for me, I don't really have a problem with it too much. But I will have a problem with it if they decide to make a third movie and they do something different again. Perhaps maybe a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 2. With like different colors and shit. It's like, what the hell? And I really hope that doesn't really happen. But if it does, I think I'll just fucking hate the transformations forever. To answer your second question, what hybrid dinosaur would I make? Well, if you're talking about me making my own dinosaur, honestly, that's a little hard to say, because there are so many dinosaurs out there that you can actually combine and create. I don't know. For me, I would have to say probably the Indominus Rex, because he just looks pretty badass. And even though that dinosaur is from Jurassic World, it's not a real dinosaur. I just feel as if the overall features about that dinosaur are just extremely awesome. He possesses the ability to think on his own, you know, like he removed his own tracker in the movie. He ate his own sibling out of spite. He kills out of sport. So I mean, that is one very intelligent dinosaur. So for me, I would have to say the Indominus Rex. But I mean, it'll also be very hard as well, because that dinosaur is such a smart dinosaur. Like in Jurassic World, it finds a way to escape and do a whole bunch of stuff and communicate with other dinosaurs and actually give other dinosaurs, like, you know, orders. He gave the pterodactyls an order to go hunt the humans and stuff like that, which was pretty awesome if you ask me. So, I don't know, man. Like, I would have to say the Indominus Rex, because, I mean, I don't really know that many hybrid dinosaurs to begin with. So, to answer your third question, yes, I will be getting Xenoverse for the PC, because I myself, I do want to play the mods. I do want to see what everything is all about. I saw Dragon Ball AF characters on there. I saw so much, you know, like, I really saw so much on the PC version that I never got to see on the console version. So for me personally, I would have to say that I will be getting it. Yes, it's only a matter of time when, because I really want to do like some Dragon Ball AF battles. I really want to do like some Dragon Ball, you know, multiverse battles and stuff like that. So for me, I will definitely be getting it out there. I've seen the mods and they look great. And to answer your fourth and final question, yes, I do want to go see Unfriended, although I haven't seen it yet, which is quite sad of me, because I really wanted to go see the film. But in terms of me going to see Unfriended, I am so for it. So if anybody out there has seen it, let me know in the comment section below if it's good or not. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So thank you for the questions, Mr. X, and I'll be seeing you in the next fan mail episode. And now moving on to the next question, which is from Spidey Fan Dude 1. Alex, here are my questions. What are your thoughts and opinions? Question 1, do you think that there are aliens out there, and if we are hiding them? Question 2, do you think the DBZ franchise should do something new / different by making, for example, a character like Piccolo suddenly becoming as strong as Goku and Vegeta to make things refreshing? Is it a good idea? Question 3, what do you think is in the bottom of the very deepest part of the ocean? Oh, man. Question 4, do you think that there will be a new DBZ series in the future? Question 5, what are your opinions on today's fashion trends? Question 6, do you think, just brainstorming here, that Whis is training Goku and Vegeta for a purpose, such as a tournament in which the other universes are going to have candidates in which they will fight for some reason? If this is too many questions, you may select whatever questions you want to answer. Thanks and have an awesome day. Well, I'm going to answer all of them, Mr. Spider-Man. To answer your first question, yes, I do believe that we are harboring aliens at least somewhere. Remember, guys, you can't really say that aliens don't exist because you don't know shit. I don't know shit. Nobody knows shit. You don't want to know who, do you want to know who knows everything? The government. And the government is doing a very good job on keeping secrets from us. They are very good liars. And for anybody to say that aliens don't exist due to lack of evidence is a fool. All right? Like I said, you don't know shit. I don't know shit. Nobody knows anything. So who are we to say what's real and what's not, what's out there and what's truly not, you know? I do believe that aliens are definitely out there. Are we hiding them? I mean, I would probably say, are we masking them is more of a logical thing, because hiding aliens is virtually impossible. How the hell are you going to hide, you know, entities that are vastly superior than you? You know what I'm saying? So for me, in terms of that, I don't believe that we're hiding them. We're just masking them from the actual, you know, general audience, from the public, due to many different reasons, of course. But for me personally, I think aliens are definitely out there. Aliens are a very mysterious and, I don't know, just divine thing, because so many people have different opinions on aliens. If you guys believe in aliens or not, let me know in the comment section below. I am very curious to hear this. But again, yeah, I do believe that aliens are definitely out there. I do believe that we are in cahoots with them, whether or not we're helping them or not, whether or not they're helping us, whether or not there's some sort of, you know, negotiation, deal, treaty going on between humans and aliens is beyond my knowledge. I don't work for any of the governments. I don't know what the hell's going on. But if by some chance that we are, then it's pretty fucked up how we're being told that, you know, these things aren't really out there and whatever, and they're being kept from us. Meanwhile, we are ahead in technology, if we are, by generations, because if aliens were really out there, why would aliens, you know, want to give humans technology other than the governments, you know? So I believe that the government, in terms of technology, is vastly ahead of all of us. They don't want to give us certain things for obvious reasons, but I mean, like I said, it's really messed up, because it's been a curiosity of ours for years, for decades, and for us to find out, it may or may never happen. I mean, due to the government being so good at lying to us. So to answer your second question, I don't think by making Piccolo, out of all people, as strong as Goku and Vegeta any good, but I think making Piccolo vastly supreme than ever before, giving Goku and Vegeta sort of like a little challenge, would be very refreshing and very interesting, because I mean, a lot of people are fans of Piccolo, including myself. So I would love to see how Piccolo would fare up if he was a lot stronger, perhaps at least stronger than Gohan. That would be very interesting. But of course, I do want to see other characters. I do want to see other entities be featured. I do want to see what the realm of the Dragon Ball universe has to offer other than its own heroes. Remember what Beerus said in Battle of the Gods, there are 12 other universes out there, different realities, different dimensions, warriors that are vastly supreme than, you know, Beerus himself. So, I think by making something new or different, I would have to say allow Whis to take Goku through these journeys, through these universes and whatnot, in order for him to realize and see for himself that there are bigger fish out there, stronger than even him and Vegeta, Beerus and Whis themselves. So, I don't know, man, like, the possibilities of Dragon Ball Z are endless. What you're telling me right now is one little example of one little thing that can spark a trend here, you know what I'm saying? Like, the openness of Dragon Ball Z, like, everything is just possible right now. So it's all up to Akira Toriyama. Me and you can sit here and talk for days. It's, at the end of the day, it's all up to him and whether or not he wants to do it or not. If he does, then bada bing, bada boom, he has, you know, the best anime in the room, I would have to say. But is it a good idea? Yeah, why not? Why not have Piccolo be vastly supreme? Not as supreme as Goku and Vegeta, but somewhere along those lines would be awesome. To answer your third question, what do I think is out there in the deepest parts of the ocean? Honestly, dude, I don't really want to find out. There could be monsters out there, man. There could be dinosaurs, creatures, like sea creature-like monsters that are dwelling out there. I mean, remember, guys, we haven't gone to the deepest part yet. We really don't know what's down there. Our technology doesn't allow us to push that far. So for me personally, anything could be down there, and for one, I would have to say that it's definitely a creature that has been undetected and, you know, been avoiding humankind for quite some time. It could be a megalodon, it could be It could be anything. I mean, we found out about the giant squid, the supreme squid, you know, a couple of years ago when the Japanese caught it. So it was just like, wow, you know, like that's a 70-foot giant squid that lives down there, you know. So imagine what else is down there. It's pretty mind-boggling. So I'm not trying to say that Godzilla lives down there, but I mean, anything could be down there, man. We could be harboring plesiosaurs, pliosaurs, megalodons, sarcosuchuses. I don't know, just like it's vastly interesting to note. But I think something's definitely down there, and we'll probably never find out. I mean, even if we did find out, the government wouldn't tell anybody, because why would they? It's like people would be in fear of going out in the oceans, and then you would cause a whole bunch of havoc and stuff. So to answer your fourth question, I'm gonna put this as easy as I can. Will we be getting a new series? No, I don't think so. I think movies are going to be the trend here. Every 2 years, perhaps maybe every year if they do things the right way. But in terms of a new series, guys, I doubt it, unless, you know, they give the rights on over to someone else. But I don't know, man. For that, I really doubt. I mean, would we all want one? Of course we would. But in terms of that, I don't think so. To answer your fifth question, our trends today are suck. Our fashion trends, I mean, granted, certain things look very nice, but other things just look absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like Kanye's little skirt idea, allow men to wear skirts. Get the fuck out of here. Kanye ought to jump off a building. And to answer your sixth question, I think Goku and Vegeta in preparation for a tournament would be very interesting. I don't know if it would make sense, because why would there be a tournament? Especially with gods, if gods have their own roles as deities. But I mean, having them be candidates for a tournament much bigger than them would be awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? So, but anyways, Mr. Spidey dude, thank you for the questions, and I hope you have a very, very awesome day. And once again, everybody, thank you all for watching this episode of Fan Mail of the Week. I am your host, UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are, you know, fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the episode, don't forget to hit it up with a like and a favorite. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. I want to hear your overall thoughts and opinions, and leave your questions in the comment section below. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys in the next update. Take it easy, everybody. Peace!